Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danibuttons, and I'm here with another month, another page from a Disney Color by Number book. Woohoo! I love doing these, and I love doing them on video to make sure I get at least one a month done. Sheesh, I have like legitimately 2,000 pages of Disney coloring to do, so we must keep up. Today I'm going to do a page from Trompe-l'Oeil Tome 2. By the time this video comes out, Tome 3 should be available. But for now, Tome 2, there's only 2 in the official series, and then there's like another. Anyway, all that to say, you can tell from the cover, this is like an extra optical illusion version where you'll see this image originally. So in this one, you can see it looks like the Emperor. But then when you color it, it's actually Mulan. Or this one, oh no, is the littlest one John? I feel like that's the middle one. I can't remember his name right now. Michael. The littlest one is Michael. So you'll see Michael, but then really it's Captain Hook. So for this month, the month of October, my personal theme is villains. That's not the right page. Hold on. I'm trying to not spoil it yet. So villains. So I am going to do this one on the left. And can you tell what it is? It's the little messenger... announcer, I guess, from the very beginning of The Little Mermaid, where he comes out and he's like, "Your Royal Majesty, King Triton!" That little fish, that's him. And so I think you can guess who this is going to turn into. I don't know, can you tell already? I can kind of see the eyes, but this is definitely my favorite villain, or one of my top favorites. I did a whole video on this last year for Halloween. I'm pretty sure I did my top 10 favorite villains. So if you want to go track that down. But this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do the black outlining this time on speed color, and I will come back for the actual coloring. If this is your first video of my Disney series that you're seeing, I personally love to always do the black outlining first. It helps me focus on where everything else is. In this volume, there is very strong black outlines. So that is what I'll do first. It is number 1. This is a comparatively small color palette to what we sometimes get, which is also really nice. Some of the newer books go crazy with shading, and there's like 20 colors in the page, and it's intense. But this is an earlier book, and we only have what looks like 10 colors. So it should be easy peasy. I'm going to do the black outlining in speed color, and then I will come back to color it in with you. So very excited. And here we go. Okay, I am back. Here we are, our girl Ursula. And guess what? I am getting smarter every month. I have already pre-picked my colors. Yay. Last month, I feel like that was a real struggle. I'm going to start with the background because that's just how I tend to do it. And also, like I mentioned before, I really like to flip back and forth and see what's going on. And also, I don't think I mentioned, in case this is your first video, I use the Tombow dual tip water-based brush marker. So one side is the brush, one side is the bullet. I outline everything with the bullet, and then I fill it all in with the brush. And now I'm using my Staedtler, what are you called? Staedtler dual-ended fiber brush. Nope, fiber tip pens. Something like that. And these are water-based, which is what you need to do if you don't want bleed through. I every once in a while will get the tiniest bit of bleed through, but very, very slight, and very, very rarely. My set of the Staedtlers, unfortunately, like leaks. It came too inky, and that's why I will sometimes have the tiniest bit of bleed through, but it is not often at all, so I don't really worry about it. And yeah, I just go over the back with whatever else is going on. I haven't had any major issues. Once I also dropped like some water on the book, and that of course combined with the water-based markers left some splotching, but again, it was not really a huge deal. So this page is pretty easy color-wise. There's only, I said 10 colors total, and one was black, so there's only 9 colors we have to deal with, which is pretty good. The background does have like bubbles that are stay white, and I have the hardest time remembering to do that, so I always trace around them first when I remember, in effort to not just entirely block them out. Obviously, it's not a huge deal, especially in the background. I always like to say that for me at least, the character themselves is the most important part, and even more specific than that, usually just like their face tones and hair, and then everything else we get as close as we can. So we don't want to stress ourselves out. It's all for fun. And many a pages I have completely messed up the colors too. You can usually still tell who it is, so I try not to worry. But yeah, this is my first Disney page of the month, and I really would like to do more, especially for Villain Month. I'm not sure. I also am kind of really in the mood to do the Pixel books. They're just so fun, and I'm not sure how villain heavy they are. I need more villain-specific books to come out, and I'm really surprised there aren't more. Hatchet does have a few not color-by-number versions out there, but I love the color-by-number the most. I was really hoping for a book this size to come out, and I really thought I had seen rumblings that it was going to, but no dice thus far. So I will keep my fingers crossed for next year or the future. Okay, now for her hair, I mostly just need this light blue for like shadows. So I'm just gonna keep going from top to bottom, since why not? So I figure my monthly Disney page is a good time to talk about any of my trip updates. Oh, I just realized I didn't change my desk. So let me see. Nobody move as of today, which is Monday, October 11th. No moving, no moving. Wait for me. There is 110 days until my trip. I'm pumped. I'm very excited. I'm nervous. Yeah, 110 days until the trip. Cannot wait. I recently, I think, did I mention it in this video? I can't have. Too much bulk filming. For my birthday, I convinced my dad to get me the 50th anniversary Spirit jersey, which I love the Spirit jerseys. This will be my 4th one overall, and I can't wait. And I'm very excited that we're not missing any 50th anniversary celebrations, because they're celebrating for 18 months. So if you get there anytime between now and March 2023, you can still celebrate the 50th anniversary, which is really funny. I was watching a video today, and they're like, you can go on the 51st anniversary and still celebrate the 50th. And I was like, oh, that's true. So I'm very excited. And 110 days. I think we know which parks we're going to on which days, at least for the most part. I'm going to officially like book our tickets, hopefully sometime this week. We have we own the tickets, but you have to make reservations at this point. I don't know how long that will last, but might as well. What else? I'm trying to think, because I think I've mentioned we're going with friends, and then at the end we are staying extra and hopefully meeting other friends. But if they do not come, we might do a sit-down dinner with just me and Sam. I just decided that earlier today, so it could go either way. I think that would be a good backup plan. I would much rather get my friends to come, but if they cannot, then the backup plan we'll have to do of sit down with Sam. Otherwise, I don't really know. If you have gone to Disney or go often or anything like that, let me know what your favorite sit down places are. For the most part, all right, when we went in 2013, we didn't eat in the park at all. I think on our very last day, we were like, hey, we didn't eat at the park at all. So we ended up having lunch at Casey's Corner. And then for our honeymoon, we had 2 sit-down meals. We did the Sci-Fi Drive-In Diner. Is that the name of it? You know. If you know, you know. And we got to do the Beauty and the Beast Castle. So I don't really know what other sit-down things exist because I've never had the intention of going to them. I know the new Mars restaurant opened up, but that seems kind of crazy expensive. And then I know there's tons of like character meetups and things like that, but that feels a little bit too much with just Sam and I, because I do like meeting characters, but I don't know if I would like a whole meal with them. So I don't know. Let me know if you know of any favorite restaurants that you would recommend. I'm an incredibly picky eater, which is also making things difficult, but you know, it's just how it is. This page with my colors picked out is going so smoothly, and I appreciate that a lot, and I feel like I just needed this because some of the newer books I've mentioned are more and more detailed, and it's kind of driving me nuts because I really love like this bold look. I love just the super graphic look that this is. Yeah, there's not much else to say. Oh, I needed more 9. I also like to try to keep my colors out next to me for the entirety of the page in case I miss stuff, because I frequently miss stuff. So that's just my tip. Even the black, I somehow will always miss like little black. I'm surprised I got the beauty mark on the first try. So, okay, number 6 seems to be the inner corner of her eyeshadow. Ooh, this is green. Yeah, so let me know if you have any restaurant recommendations. Honestly, if you have any quick service recommendations, I will be eating at quick service places, so you can let me know that too. We did more of that on our honeymoon, and my favorite thing that I can remember at this very moment was the homemade Pop-Tarts at Woody's Lunchbox in Hollywood Studios. Like, that's what I wanted when we went last time, and that was one of my most favorite things, and I'm hoping to get that 1 or 2 times this time. So yeah, let me know if you have any recommendations. I'm going to start. I have an idea to make a list for everybody's must-have. It's a whole thing. I'll tell you more about it when I figure it out, but it is based on our Masked Singer lists. So if you heard my Masked Singer chat from the last video, maybe you'll know what I'm talking about. All right, 4 seems to be a lot of space. This is where it gets hard. Sometimes I do the darker color first, then I just fill everything else in. I think my colors are all kind of a lot more vibrant than the example, but I kind of love it. So it might come crashing down when it comes to skin tone, but we will see. Also, I just see that I found more 7s. And that's why we always keep our supplies close. Yes, so I'm at this stage in planning where I'm getting ready to pick outfits. I know, I'm ridiculous. I pack too early for everything, but you know what? It makes the excitement last longer. I will probably start packing for Disney when I return from Chicago. So I will be packing about 90 days early. Is that ridiculous? Yes, but whatever. I like making lists and I like packing. I don't know. I just like knowing I have things. Obviously, stuff that I'm going to use between now and then I won't pack, but for Disney especially, there are a lot of specific trip things that I likely won't use until we actually get there, like pins and lanyards and things like that. So, yes. $110 days feels so soon. Also, here's another thing. I don't travel by plane too often. When does everyone book flights? We have not booked our flight yet, and I don't know when to start worrying about that. So, let me know. I feel like flights are so hard because like there's special times that they're best to book, and like there's never really deals or anything. So, hopefully nobody's like, oh gosh, girl, you're too late already, because then I'll cry. So. But let me know if you have any advice on when I should book my flights. I always feel like I hear people are like, oh my gosh, I got flights for super cheap, and I never have gotten cheap flights. And I try to shop around, but I'm just not good at it. So I kind of just assume I'm going to have to pay whatever I have to pay and just deal with it. Oops. So. I have been doing a good job at not wearing my mini ears around the house, which I kind of wish I was. I got a new pair already. I'm trying to restrict myself to 2 new pairs in advance, like from Etsy, and then 1 new pair when I'm there, because that seemed like enough. But we'll see if I catch any deals or anything. But the 1 pair I got, I'm so in love with. It's actually like lavender lemonade themed, which I think is a specialty drink they're known for in one of their festivals. I want to say Food and Wine, Flower and Garden. I don't know, one of their festivals. But obviously my favorite color is purple, and I'm obsessed with lemons. So it just worked out perfectly for me to obtain these ears. So I cannot wait until it's time to wear them, and I'm trying to like hold off, but we'll see. Maybe that's something else I break out when we get to the 100-day mark. But the first time I went, I just had 1 pair of ears, and I wore them forever and ever, and like I again would wear them at home, but they ended up breaking, and I'm so sad because they were just like super classic ears, and I feel like Disney barely even sells just plain classic ears anymore. They only have the crazy and fancy ones, which I love, but I would have also liked a set of regular ones. They ended up actually selling a set of regular ones, I'll air quote that, and I missed it because I hate paying shipping with my whole heart, and it's like almost a problem because things would just then I just miss out on things because I don't want to pay the shipping. So thanks, Amazon, for ruining my perception of shipping. In fact, I just bought my cousin a Christmas present. She sent me a very specific item she wanted, so it's not like I can shop around. And shipping was $18, and it hurt me a little bit, but I was like, okay, this is it then. And it was like from an Etsy shop, so my cousin, I think, is definitely into like supporting smaller artists, which I can appreciate as someone who kind of sells art, so through Patreon. So I enjoy the idea of supporting small businesses. And sometimes you just gotta pay exorbitant shipping. It's actually this really cool hat that she's getting. So I'm assuming they just have to like package that really well to ship this handmade hat. So again, I understand. I hate the curve of the book. Sometimes I'm smart and I just put another book underneath the book, but I was not smart today. Don't have time to be smart. There. All of my books are covered by other things. I'll take 2 small books, so the Reptiloids and Party Patterns, and I'm going to try to use that to bolster the book flat. That actually seems like it might work. So, there's a tip. I'm trying to just go quick to not get streaks, because again, if you're using water-based markers, you're almost definitely going to end up with streaking. But it's either streaking or bleed through, so I would take streaking. There are people that have come up with a lot of cool ways to not get streaking, but they're mostly patient people, and I'm not patient. So I think I mentioned this last month, but I saw someone on Facebook who colored in the whole page with acrylic paint, and it was so gorgeous. Like, they did such a good job, and I saved the post for when, if I ever get around to trying it, I will credit them the appropriate way. But for now, I just will remember that fondly until I one day do it. And I've also seen people, like, very intensely go in with, what are you called? Hello? Have I forgotten words? Oh, color pencils. And they really go to town with color pencils. But again, I am not patient enough for that kind of game, unfortunately. So I love how this came out. Wow. What do you think? I think it looks pretty cool. This is one of my favorite pages in a while. So, yay! All right, we are done. I don't know how long this video ended up being because I had to stop a few times. So hopefully it's long enough for a code word. And if you made it to the end, our code word is going to be Sea Witch. We'll keep it spooky. We'll keep it Ursula and on theme. So yes, all of that. Do I have more to say? Oh, I recently found the new website to find the French Disney books. I will have that linked down below, plus my code for 10% off your first order if you so choose to try to find this book there. And that's it. So thumbs up this video if you liked it. Comment anything you want to comment down below. Plus the bonus word Sea Witch. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time. And thank you so much for watching. I'll be back again in 2 days with something different. Bye, friends.